Hey, what's going on, folks? What up, family? What up, friends? What up, supporters? Sgk23 TV network back in the building. Another unboxing, another review. Peace and blessings to everybody before I get started, as always, and welcome to another episode of the Sgk23 Sneaker Show back in the building. I'm sure you guys see the title already, so you guys know what time it is. You guys probably want to follow this video through. I've been shoring up the videos, but for stuff like this, need a little bit of time, and we're gonna get right to it. As always, peace and blessings to everybody. Wish you guys nothing but the best. Just remember that when I'm doing these videos, I'm spending my money on things that I can do nothing with, pretty much throwing my money in the garbage at the end of the day, to bring you guys this knowledge for educational purposes, to know what's going on out there, to make sure you guys don't get scammed, options, so on and so on. So please support your boy, because I'm throwing money in the garbage. If you guys do want to see more things like this, which I'll talk throughout this video, let me know and comment. If not, I'll just get back to what I'm doing and spending money on sneakers for myself and reviewing them. Because again, I can't do nothing with this stuff but throw it in the garbage, or just money thrown in the garbage, or get rid of them, or house shoes, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. But with that being said, enough. Last night I woke up late because there was some sounds and stuff like that, so I usually come to the door with a strap so people can see through the window that we are protected in this home, legally of course. And I found a few packages outside, and this little surprise popped up. So UA, obviously you probably seeing the title thumbnail before I even do it. So it is what it is. So you can see double boxed, you know what I'm saying? And you can see what it is. The Storm Blue Unions. And we're going to do a thorough review. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to point out everything that's correct first and everything that's incorrect second. Make sure you guys can see the box. You guys can see the box, right? I'll give you guys all the shots of the box. Might as well get this out the way. Air Jordan 1 Retro High NRG Union. White Storm Blue Varsity Red 10 US 9 UK. Box price $190. Label, etc., etc. Blam, 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 blam. Okay, we got that out the way. Good. Box is incorrect. We do have a little green joint. We do have the union paper. It has the proper weight. You know what I'm saying? That bulkiness that the unions have. But the box should be like 3 times bigger. That's just straight up. So first, right off the rip, box incorrect. Let's get to the sneakers. Insole correct. Good insole correct. Except they should have, you know, your size 10 tag and stuff like that instead of that Chinese stuff. Correct. Let me see. As far as on the inside, you guys comment below, because I don't know if it's supposed to be white stitching or, you know, something else. It does have 2 holes instead of 1. I don't know if it's supposed to have 2 or 1. Okay. Now let's start with this. Now keep in mind to keep the lights on for these videos. So the blue is totally off at the bottom, on the outer. If I can make it, you know, simpler. It's the correct color. It's the correct color if you ever looked at them. It's got, I would say like Sean Weatherspoon, like that rustic blue, but that wouldn't make much sense. It has no like darkness to it, no shine. It's very dull. It's not like this varsity blue that you're seeing. It's the correct color. That's correct. The Nike in that, that's on point. The outsole, the outer is on point. Is the correct color, so on and so on. Same with the mid. The mid is the correct color. Again, on the screen, it's gonna come out a little bit louder, a little bit darker, but it's the correct shade. It's the correct off-whitish, not super creamish, super dark, kind of how it looks in the camera. All right, that's correct. And I'll try to make it quick. As far as the materials, the leather, the tumble leather, the nubuck style on the swoosh, the red up here, which the other ones kind of come out like a gator or alligator type of print. The nubuck up here, again, the white, the tumbled, the blue, the cutouts. Or the pipelining, you know what I'm saying? Correct materials. So when they say like genuine materials, you know, authentic materials, yeah, that's on point. That's correct. See the red especially, like it's on point. It's tumbled. Them other ones, it's like it's like too much. It's like a crocodile, like a snake print type of joint. You know what I'm saying? And then, but they have the other parts correct that this one doesn't. You feel me? So like as far as the materials, on point. As far as the construction, off point. You can see right off the back the toe cap right here. This is too bulky. This should be like something like that. If you guys get the idea. You know what I'm saying? The sneaker, this Jordan should be like that. It should not flip up that much. The reason it flips up that much is because of the shortage of material, shortage of leather, as far as like the toe box, toe cap, the blue, so on and so on. So when they plant it and glue it and put it onto the machine, quote unquote, what happens is ends up they don't use enough leather or length, you know what I'm saying? So it, number one, it flips this up, it makes the toe cap bulky, and it doesn't really look proportionally right for a size 10 US. But as far as the leather, see, toe cap, toe box, that's the wave. That's the wave. Done great. Like the quality is great. The colors are perfect. Exactly on point. The swoosh, the blue, the tumbled on the panels. The mid, the front, toe cap, butter. Again, insole correct, but we should have, 10 and all that, but nobody cares about that. Just like you shouldn't care about the box. The tongue, that laced them up, right? Hold on. I won't get in depth, but not too crazy. What do you guys, the Nike Air, yeah. The Nike Air tab, the tongue, like the stitching, the thickness of it, the exposed foam, both like the black and, the white on the side. Yeah, on point, like the piping, the roundness, the quality and the materials, A1 sauce all the way. The Jordan Wings logo trademark, on point. It cuts through the stitching right here just a little bit like it should. It cuts through the stitching up here just a little bit like it should. The UNLA tab, on point like it should. but I'll get to the incorrectness of it. So like all the materials, the leather, the tumbled, the blue, the flat blue, this especially, because they get this like real like gator feeling instead of how it's supposed to be right here. The suede up here on point, back of the tongue. I'm not sure if we're supposed to have the lines through the embroidery, just like the 2 dots or 1. I'm not sure. I'm not even really sure the length of the tongue, because some have them super long. Pause. But I think this is pretty perfect. But I think it should maybe be a little bit longer. That I'm not sure about. But I know it's that stitching when you pull it should line up with this. So that's on point. So again, like the colors, the materials, on point. Box incorrect. Should be like 3 times bigger. I think these laces should be a little bit lighter, like creamish. I'm not sure. Okay. Now I'm gonna point out to you guys what's incorrect about the shoes. Obviously, like I said, the toe cap. Too bulky. It's not how it's supposed to be. It should be something like that. And again, it shouldn't flip up like that much. You see what I'm saying? But I mean, that's, you know, it is what it is. The back. Stitching's on point. The leather's on point. The color's on point. But this is not as high as it should be. It should be a little higher. Like this should go up about to here. The red should go about to here, and then the black ends up like around here. This suede. Again, the materials, original materials, all that on point. Take a look at the hang tag real quick. Union, not correct. Little imperfection, we don't want to talk about that, you know what I'm saying? Pause. Like, really dirty, man, you know what I'm saying? Come on now. The Jordan logo, embossed on point, the stitching on point. Again, the incorrectness is the sizing starting from how to use the leather. Then everything else would have fit in place. Like this curving this way should be a little bit more straighter, so it'd be higher. And this wouldn't be bent up like this so much. And then you have the correct toe cap around the toe box. The swooshes, as far as the material and everything like that, is on point. I think this should be a little bit higher, but you'll get the same thing with retail. Nothing too crazy. As far as the stitching right here, perfect. I even seen some that are even closer. Same with this one. Like as far as like the stitching over the swoosh, perfect, not a problem. As far as the stitching on the back, on the tab, on point. All of this on point. Incorrect stitching. When you get to around here, the stitching gets real tighter, and then it flexes back out to this. It flexes back out to like this, and it's on point. So like this is on point, and all this is on point. The U and the lay's on point. The material on the bottom's on point, so on and so on. The stitching, now let me make this clear: 90%, okay, is incorrect, because I already did my due diligence and research. Boutiques, folks, and retail USA genuine authentic ones come stitched just like this. Remember, there was a few batches. Remember that, number one. They come just like this, and then like this right here, like that on the back, and like this on the other side, just on point. But that's like 80%. So I'm gonna go with the correct 80%, not the 20%, and say the stitching is not correct. I'd rather have the one where it goes around here, then this tightens, not as tight as this, but the stitching tightens up a lot more and then it goes back loose and you get to here, which that's pretty perfect. And at the same time, it gives this a little bit more room and so on and so on. So that's stitching, incorrect. Formation of the shoe, toe cap, incorrect. The tongue, I think it's a little short, incorrect. The size, the structure, incorrect. The size of the back, you see that? That's incorrect. Another thing that's incorrect is not the leather, because the leather's on point. You got other ones that are really horrible. It's this indentation that happens here, and it makes the top part pop out. Do you see that? Right there, going all around. That's a dead giveaway right there. That's incorrect. You know what I'm saying? So box, super incorrect. Formation, toe cap, super incorrect. I'm going to go with the 80% on the stitching. Incorrect. The tongue and the holes, I'm going to let you guys decide. Hang tag, yeah. But that's factory flaws. It can happen with anybody. As far as the tongue goes, again, the materials, yeah, on point. When they say they use real materials, original, so on, they do. The stitching on the tongue is on point. To the second one, to the third one, the Nike Air tab, incorporated swoosh air, on point. Again, I don't know if this one's supposed to have the lines from letters to letters, but I don't know. This is correct. Shoe tree is correct. Indented how it's supposed to with the correct symbols. 10, 10.5 on a size 10. That is correct. Excuse me. I'm saying this is too short. The lace is correct. How they're set up, how they hang, pause. These joints, the double up joints, correct. How the laces sit up on the stitching on the front of the toe box, correct. Again, one thing that's super wavy is the original genuine materials. They are. Again, the correct color, number one. Again, turn this like 3 shades down and rustic it out, like subtle, no shine, dull it out type of deal. You know what I'm saying? This is impressive. All of this is impressive, but again, that bulky, dead giveaway. The stitching, everything, you know, the tongue's on point. I don't know if it should be shorter or longer. I'm probably gonna buy a real pair from StockX and do a real comparison, but with these, I can't do nothing, guys. Hope you guys appreciate me doing these videos, spending this money on this type of stuff that I can't do nothing with, which is literally me throwing money in the garbage. Like, I can't wear these. You know what I'm saying? I can't wear these. I won't wear stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? House shoes at the most, like stuff like this. Like a lot of people say, oh, you got the turtle doves on. Them turtle doves have no insoles. I wore them with no socks for like a year. Super grimy, dirty, sweat in them. That's the best I can do with them. Outside to make maybe this custom job, ripping some of this apart and turning these into the UNLV Running Rebel joints. So instead of UNLA, UNLV, which would be red, gray, and black, might work. But again, hope you guys appreciate me spending my money to bring this stuff to you guys, so you guys know what's going on. You guys can compare, pause the video, you know, you can blow up the video, so on and so on, and see what's going on out there. And options as well. A little bit disappointed for 200 bucks because these simple things. So again, I can match it up with 2 sellers, right? The other seller has like not the original materials. So like the red is nothing like this. This is an authentic, genuine all the way. Positioned perfectly, the whole 9. The tab as well, so on and so on, right? They have this like crocodile off point. Same with the blue, the wrong color. The tumble is here. not here, not here. The tumble is here, the piping, so on and so on. But that other seller has the correct stitching going on here, the correct toe cap, toe box sizing. You understand what I'm saying? The correct height on the back for the correct size. If there's anything wrong with the inside, the stitching, 1 hole or 2 holes, they have it correct. If this tongue is too low or too high, they have it correct. So again, the disappointment is that there's only 4 things here, and these could be 100% on point. You know what I'm saying? Number 1, the box, but who cares about the box, right? But that might matter to some people. You know what I'm saying? So like dead giveaway right away is the box. The box is 3 times bigger the size it is. So like from here, it should come out to here. And then from here, it should come out to like here. So it should be like this and out to here. Super small. Pause. And I'm trying to make sure I get all the incorrections for you guys, so you kind of can see it. Like, it's on point. The piping is on point. The color and the genuine materials, it's on point. 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 For real, for real. The insoles, both of them on point. The tongues are on point. Everything is on point except the structure. Didn't use enough materials. The toe cap, nope. It doesn't bend up like that. The stitching right here. And I'm going to go with the 80% because plenty of high-end collectors or people with genuine ones showed me that retail USA ones have this same stitching. So that doesn't mean nothing. There was a few releases. But I'm going to go with the 80% instead of the 20 and say it's incorrect. And when you affect the size of the sneaker by messing up the toe cap and not stretching it enough or using more material, you mess up the whole size of the sneaker, including the back, the height, the length of the tongue, so on and so on. You understand? So it's very disappointing that 3-4 little things and it would have been 100% correct. Now the other company has them 3-4 little things straight on deck, 100%. You get got. You know what I'm saying? But they don't have the correct color, the correct leather, so on and so on and so on. So if they could just put the correct formation and format, how the sneakers are structured with these materials, original materials, you know what I'm saying? Except this thing. But again, you get that with Nike, Union, Flaw, regardless. You put them together like that, and then you have 100%, you know, 99%, 98% or A1 UA. But this right here, beautiful sneaker, beautiful quality. At 175, 200, great price for the quality. I mean, it's impeccable. It's crazy. It's super nice. But the whole point of doing this is people want to wear these as the Union LA Storm Blues. So all this great quality and great build and materials and leather and tumbled leather and color and palettes and color blocking and the piping and the laces and the sock liner, you know, and so on goes out the window because people don't want this because it's a beautiful shoe and it's structured beautifully. The materials are great, top of the line, grade A, so on and so on. They want them because they want them to be able to rock them as the Jordan Unions and not be called out on them and things like that. You feel me? And with these, yeah, I'll call you out. I wouldn't dare put these on my feet. You know what I'm saying? At all. But they're a beautiful pair of shoes. You know. So again, peace and blessings to everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed this review, this unboxing. Again, hope you guys appreciate me spending my money on stuff that I can't do nothing with, man. Throwing money in the garbage. just to do reviews for y'all, to educate the youth most of all, and the people that don't know that much. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully I can get my hands on a better pair, or I'm just going to hit StockX and buy the genuine pair and then review them. But reviewing them to this is pointless. I want to review them to one that's, you know, like the other ones. But the other ones don't have the genuine materials. The leather's not on point, but they have what these don't have. The stitching, the proper structure, the toe box, the height, the tongue. I don't know about the holes under the joint, the correct box size they have, you know what I'm saying? The paper, the box, the label, so on and so on. So, again, hope you guys appreciate me spending my money on stuff I can't do nothing with, but just throwing money in the garbage to bring you guys these reviews. And comment below if you guys want to see more stuff like this. I'll keep doing it. But I'm not going to keep doing it if you guys don't appreciate it and I'm just throwing money in the garbage. Because I could just buy a pair of sneakers for myself, wherever it might be, you know what I'm saying, and review those. And I have my own sneakers, not stuff that, you know, throw away and stuff like that. And I'll get rid of this stuff, you know what I'm saying? $200 shipping and you get a free box, quote unquote, you feel me? And but I think with the UNLV running Rebels customs, since nobody really picked anything, I think I'll probably tear these apart and maybe be able, you know, gray, black, red, UNLV, so on and so on. But again, it's too much work. You'd rather just buy the new stuff. So far, as far as UAs, nothing 98%, you know, nothing 98%. Closest thing, the SB Dunk Travis Scott's and the Air Force One Cactus Jacks, but not 98%. You know what I'm saying? I haven't ran into anything that's close to 90%. And that's just the facts. So don't be fooled by people that, you know, get sponsored, get money, you know what I'm saying, get discounts. They send them free kicks to review them and make them out to be something that it's not. Until I get there, I'll keep it a buck. And I'm keeping it a buck with y'all. I could get discounts. I could get free shoes and all that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not. I'm keeping it a buck. These are not 98%. These are not 90%. These are not 95. These are not 90. These are not 85. 80 at the max. But they're beautiful shoes. Great shoes. But the whole point of this is people want to wear them and not be called out that they are not genuine. And with these, you can easily get called out by somebody like me. Some other people maybe not. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm going with 80% on the stitching because a lot of genuine retail have the stitching just like this. But I prefer the first drop, first release, where it goes like that, then it cuts real short, then back a little bit, then back to this, the proper, you know, fit, toe cap, 3 little things, and these will be perfect. Great quality, highly recommended. But if you want them to pass as unions around professionals, they probably won't. Peace and blessings, Sgk23 Network. I'm out, and there you go. Quality is awesome. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to talk about the jump, man. You know what I'm saying? Quality is awesome. I mean, you know, I got some laces and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Too bad. Like, genuine materials, like super butter, just like the real ones. But it's not PerfectKicks. PerfectKicks. You know what I'm saying? Who cares about the box, right? And all that. Formation, toe cap, stitching, the tongue, and that's really it. Otherwise, they would have been A1 all the way. Gotta update them. Hopefully, they update them, I guess, for you guys. I don't condone selling fakes, selling UAs, reselling UAs, none of that stuff. You can do what you want with your money. Peace and blessings. Sgk23, nothing but love. 1.